Hey, it's me, MLB. Here is Pool Chapter 54, and this one is titled Seesaw Emotions. You were quietly proud of how you had conducted yourself in the staff room just then. You hadn't shown even a skerrick of pain that you'd felt when Aizawa treated you so casually. I'm just going to tell him to dial it right back to being professional. I can't handle this constant state of are we work colleagues or part-time lovers? Setting your jaw, you walked into the classroom and over to the blackboard, picking up a piece of chalk so that you could write your name and the topic that you would be discussing with the class. No sooner had you started to write your name, Aizawa's bind had caught your wrist. You looked over at him and grabbed for the bind to pull it off, but the way he looked at you made you stop. Yin, Aizawa said in his mellow, bland voice. No, Aizawa, you stated. I don't like feeling like this. I'm just a toy on a shelf for you. I'm really sorry, he said in monotone grief. Please, let's talk tonight after class. You sighed, your head and your heart at war with each other. Give him a chance. Give the goddamn jawline a chance, your heart screamed. He wants to do the right thing. You have plenty of room to give him some time to come around. No, your brain screamed back. You are better than this. All he's going to do is make you feel wanted and loved for 0.03 seconds and then screw you and then withdraw again. Don't be stupid, it's always like this. But maybe this time will be different, your heart cried back. This is the third time that you've confronted like this. Third time's always a charmer. You sighed again, allowing your heart to open your mouth for the reply. Okay, we can talk, you said, not completely happy with your decision to let him try again, but also not wanting to lose an opportunity with him. He nodded, his facial expressions showing that he was at least slightly relieved that you had agreed to talk with him. His bind slipped off your wrist and you went back to writing, trying not to be fazed by the fact that he was still standing there looking at you. Just then the bell rang and students started to file in, your girl squad coming to the front to talk to you excitedly before finding their seats. As they departed from you, Yaoyorozu walked over to Aizawa. Mr. Aizawa, sir? Yaoyorozu addressed Aizawa as he sat down at his desk. This weekend, our class is having a get-together at my residence, and I would love for you and Miss Lin to be in attendance as well. She has already responded with her interest, she added quickly. I'll discuss it with Miss Lin, Aizawa stated, his eyes falling on your side and back as you kept writing and ignoring their conversation. Yaoyorozu nodded and bowed before heading to her seat, but not before replying with an outstretched hand to Mina's sneaky high five. Good morning, class, you greeted them brightly once you had finished writing on the board. Good morning, Miss Lin, they chorused. I have this morning's lesson, you said with a smile as you pointed to the title written on the board behind you. Let's begin. The class went very smoothly, and the girls especially were very attentive and had a lot of good replies and questions. You were a little surprised at how involved they all were. That was until you saw Shoji had floated an eye up to see what Aizawa was writing, then realised that you were being critiqued on your teaching style and alerted the class so that they all got more involved to make you look even better. Has Aizawa noticed? You wondered, glancing at him as he wrote something else down on the paper in front of him. The class concluded well, and the bell rang right as you were wrapping up. Miss Lin, Yaoyorozu said in her bright voice as she approached you at the front. The point you made about moral dilemmas and villain tendencies was intriguing. Thank you for bringing that up. Oh, you're welcome, you said with a smile. I do so enjoy your teaching style, Yaoyorozu added, her gaze flicking to Aizawa, then back to you. You have a very clear speech and direction when you're taking a class. Oh, thank you, Yaoyorozu, you said with a shy smile. Is she doing this so that Aizawa hears? She nodded and glanced at Aizawa one more time before leaving for the next class, and you hesitated to look at him. They're all on your side, he commented as he stood up, still looking down at his desk. I'm sorry, I didn't tell them to do any of that. They did that on their own, you said apologetically. I was hoping you didn't notice. Told you, nothing much gets by me. Evidently, you mused. Anyway, I heard you mention to Yaoyorozu about the weekend. I would like to be in attendance, but I wanted to make sure it wasn't going to make you feel uncomfortable, he stated. Why would I feel uncomfortable? You asked. I'm happy for you to be there. He nodded and walked past you to the door. Let's meet in the staff room after class finishes. If no one else is there, then we can discuss us. But if my loud-mouthed friend is there and Miss Gossip is there, then we should find somewhere else to talk. You cracked a smile. Sure, that sounds fine by me. It was now later in the staff room, and everyone else had left for the day. Is it safe to talk now? You asked Aizawa from your desk as you finished up a few things. Think so, he replied, getting up and walking over to your desk to rest his backside on the corner as he looked down at you. Well, you talk first. I want to hear from your end what's going on. What did you want to discuss? You asked, sitting back in your chair and crossing your arms across your chest as you looked up at him. First, I want to apologise for the way I left your place last night. As you've probably picked up, I'm a bit of an introvert. I like to keep to myself. Introvert is an understatement. Is there a word that's more strong than introvert to describe someone's extreme pleasure of being by themselves? But there's no excuse for being cut off like I was. I went in with the intention to show you that I could be emotionally available, but then when it came to proving it, I shut down. And there ends chapter 54. Stay tuned for chapter 55 coming tomorrow.